In the twilight's gentle haze, where shadows stretch long and secrets murmur through the leaves, some women do not chase fleeting love. They stand still, like ancient oaks rooted deep in the earth, yet carve themselves into the soul's memory, never to be erased. This is the seductive danger of shadow work in love, a dance with the unseen currents of the psyche, where Carl Jung's 7 truths about the male ego unfurl like a forbidden scroll, revealing the raw pulse of desire and the power of detachment. In the dim glow of twilight where shadows stretch long and secrets whisper through the leaves, some women do not chase the fleeting affections of men. They stand still like ancient oaks rooted in the earth, and yet they etch themselves into the marrow of memory, never to be forgotten. This is the seductive danger of shadow work, in love a dance with the unseen forces of the psyche, where Carl Jung's truths about the male ego unfold like a forbidden scroll, revealing the raw underbelly of desire and detachment. Picture the archetypal woman, she who embodies the anime's elusive grace, a vessel of feminine energy that draws men toward her, not through pursuit, but through the quiet magnetism of her own individuation. She moves with the poise of stoic resolve, her emotional self-worth forged in the fires of past traumas, where attachment once chained her to illusions of completeness. The man, ensnared by his ego's projections, sees in her the mirror of his unintegrated shadow, the parts of himself he dares not face, the vulnerabilities disguised as strength. He approaches with the bravado of a warrior, yet beneath that armor lies the animus of his own psyche, projecting onto her the ideals he cannot embody, the desires he cannot admit. As the veil lifts, the first truth emerges from the depths. The male ego thrives on conquest, yet crumbles when faced with a woman's silent indifference. In the grip of projection, he casts upon her the anima he yearns to possess, mistaking her mystery for a puzzle to solve. But she, attuned to the rhythms of her inner world, recognizes this as the shadow's ploy, a trauma echo from his past where abandonment lingers like a ghost. The tension builds here, a subtle turning point where desire morphs into obsession. He reaches out, expecting her to bend, only to find her standing firm, her detachment a stoic blade that severs the cords of his control. Deeper into the labyrinth, the second truth whispers through the silence. Emotional detachment in a woman awakens the man's hidden fears, stirring the pot of his unhealed wounds. Imagine a couple entwined in the haze of evening, where words once flowed like wine now hang unspoken. He projects his ego's demands, demanding reassurance to quell the storm of his attachment anxieties, born from traumas that taught him love as a battlefield. Yet she, embracing shadow work, turns inward, individuating her essence from his chaos. This is the seductive peril. Her feminine energy, no longer a salve for his ego, becomes a mirror reflecting his inadequacies, igniting a fire of longing that burns without touch. The narrative shifts, pulling at the threads of the psyche, revealing the third truth. The male ego masks vulnerability with dominance, but a woman's awareness pierces this facade like moonlight through cracks in stone. In the story of a lover's quarrel, where he raises his voice to assert power, she responds not with fury, but with the calm of stoic endurance, her trauma-informed gaze seeing beyond the outburst to the shadow child within him. Here lies an emotional pivot, a moment of resonance where his projection falters, desire twists into self-doubt, and he glimpses the animus he has suppressed, the gentle force that could heal if only he surrendered. You feel it now, don't you, the pull of this inner alchemy? As you embody her poise, the fourth truth unfolds. Shadow work demands that a woman confront her own projections, lest she become ensnared in his ego's web. She walks the path of individuation, shedding the attachments that once defined her worth, drawing from stoic wisdom to remain unmoved by his storms. Trauma psychology echoes here, reminding that his ego's defenses are but scars from unseen battles. Yet her mystery provokes him to chase, not out of love but from the void her absence creates. The tension crests in the fifth truth. The seductive danger lies in how a woman's feminine magnetism exposes the man's animus, forcing him toward his own shadow integration or deeper denial. Visualize a midnight rendezvous turned confrontation. He clings, projecting ideals of perfection onto her, while she, fortified by emotional self-worth, detaches with grace. This turning point resonates with raw power. His desire surges, laced with fear, as stoic restraint in her demeanor contrasts the turbulence of his trauma responses, pulling him into the orbit of self-reflection. Yet the sixth truth emerges from the storm. Obsession blooms where ego meets silence, for a woman's quiet power dismantles his illusions without a word. In the archetype of the withdrawn lover, she embodies the anima he craves, her detachment a provocation that stirs his deepest desires. Trauma's shadow lingers, teaching that his pursuit is often a flight from inner emptiness. But her individuation shifts the dynamic, creating space where his ego must confront its fragility, a poignant pivot toward mutual awakening or inevitable parting. Finally, the seventh truth seals the enigma. True empowerment arises when a woman integrates her shadow, transforming attachment into sovereign love, leaving the man's ego to grapple with the void she once filled. Through Jungian lenses, this is the ultimate seduction. Her energy, no longer tethered, becomes a beacon of mystery, echoing stoic virtues of self-mastery amid trauma's echoes. The emotional crescendo arrives as she steps away, not in defeat, but in liberation, her presence lingering like perfume in an empty room, compelling him to chase the ghost of what could have been. And in that profound release, the woman who walks away in silence isn't weak, she simply sees more. Her vision piercing the veils of ego and shadow, forever altering the dance of love. And in that profound moment of release, the woman who walks away in silence is not weak, she simply sees more. Her gaze piercing the veils of ego and shadow, forever transforming the dance of love. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe our channel for more interesting videos like this.